We're talking tuner cars. Ignition models are leaders in the model car industry for everything JDM, specifically modified JDM. But you may be aware of another Japanese company that's been around for over 20 years that produces some of the most detailed and popular street, tuner, and race cars around. Unlike Ignition models, Makeup Models has a much more broad range when it comes to their product offerings. Based in Tokyo, Makeup Model Company Limited, whereas the term makeup refers to kits built by or made up, their product line stretches from exotic sports cars, JDM and domestic tuner cars, as well as historic race cars. In the early years of the company, like most in the industry, they began using zinc metal die-cast material for the outer shell of their models. But due to the ease of production and the reduction in cost, inevitably they moved to using resin material like many companies today. Most of the models are a limited run and of very high quality. Makeup Company consists of 5 product lines. Idea, which is the collection of 1 1/8 scale domestic sports cars and tuning cars. Vision, for racing cars and nostalgic classic sports cars. Collection, which is their flagship brand that consists of the most expensive, extremely detailed 1/43 scale. Eidolon, which covers popular mass-produced production cars, and finally Titan, which is the designation of their 1/64 scale offerings. Interestingly, their flagship models are of 1/43 scale. The best rationale I have for this is that 1/43 was the scale Makeup started when they opened their doors to their shop. The quality of their models is considered high-end as the cost of the latest offerings for their 1 1/8 scale models range from $300 to as high as $650 US. If you are seeking a model that may be a step above the Ignition in overall quality, which admittingly is already a high bar, then you may want to consider Makeup. BBR does not make Lamborghinis, but you want a model on par with BBR quality? Again, Makeup may have what you've been looking for. Finally, as I browsed through Makeup's catalog, I discovered that they were also producing the LBWK Skyline Super Silhouette. I thought only NO18 and Ignition were up to the task. I have to say, just from the images, this version looks more precise and detailed than the other 2 offerings. That's just from the pictures. Reality, as we know, is the best way to see if the extra dollars for the Makeup's version is really worth it. Just some final words on the Makeup Model Company. Lately, there's been some grumblings on the internet and forums in regards to ordering directly from Makeup. As you may or may not know, I am a big advocate from ordering directly from a retailer. I typically use the name authorized, trusted retailer, and I say that for a specific reason. If you have a retailer, be it online or, if you're lucky enough, brick and mortar, you're going to develop a relationship. Because if you develop that relationship and constantly order from that retailer, they're always going to look out for you. They're going to have a return policy. And typically they're going to want to do great service for you, because even though the scale model market is fairly big and growing, they want to capture that potential. Because once you find a really good retailer, they'll definitely look out for you. And that includes on the price as well. So just something to keep in mind. Now we're going to move on to the hot list. The hot list are models that are soon to be released or have recently been released, and they're going to sell out quickly. This time we have Fronti-art and a bunch from Ignition models. First, we have a big 1 1/2 scale Koenigsegg Jesko Attack in Tang Orange made by Fronti-art. These are a limited production of 199, and all of them will sell regardless of the price, which has not been published as of yet. My guess is that these will sell well north of $1,500 US. Next are all Ignition models, starting with the 1 1/8 scale LBWK Nissan GTR R35 Type 2 in white, blue, and red. In other words, the very recognizable Martini livery. We also have the 1 1/8 scale LBWK Toyota Supra A90. These are all available for pre-order now and will be released in the last quarter of 2022. A Golf livery would surely look good on a GTR. LBWK has done it with the Aventador. Ignition Models will release the special editions of the cars from the popular anime series Initial D. Unless you've been living under a rock, or not so much a Japanese tuner fan, Initial D was a very popular manga and television series based on the famous Torino that drifted in the mountain passes of Japan, and would eventually face many challenges in the form of street racing. First, we have the 1/1/8 scale Mazda RX-7 FD3S in yellow, Mazda Savannah RX-7 Infiniti FC3S in white, and finally, the Toyota Sprinter Torino GT Apex, better known as the AE86. These are all non-opening resin car models and will be available in the last quarter of 2022. You can pre-order these directly from Ignition or from your authorized trusted retailer. And that concludes this week's hot list. I hope you enjoyed the information. Please like and subscribe. That is the only way I'm going to know that you enjoy these videos. Next time, there will definitely be more reviews coming. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you next time.